And coming up right after the break, we have an exclusive interview with her desperate, frantic grandmother, and we're taking your calls. 1-877-JVN says. Again, the mother.
I don't hear anything else from anyone for over a week until I just was outraged about it and started speaking out.
Something happened to her, something that we don't yet know.
I cannot help but love her, so I miss everything about her.
It's important in the success of resolving this case that the public be hyper aware of their surroundings.
If it would just be simply that Jhessye had walked away from her house, we would have certainly heard something by now. If she would have shown up, somebody would have found her.
We have not named any suspects in the case. We do have many persons of interest.
Hard to read. Tonight, a desperate family takes matters into their own hands. A 5-year-old girl, an adorable child, is missing, and they don't understand why her case isn't getting as much attention as, for example, baby Lisa and other missing children. Well, here on Issues, it is getting attention. And we're not going to let this case go. We want to find this adorable child, this innocent youngster. 5-year-old Jhessye Shockley vanished from her home outside Phoenix just a couple of weeks ago. She has not been seen since. It's like this child just went into thin air. Her mother says she went to the store and left Jhessye with her older brothers and sisters. So where did the child go? Jessye's family is absolutely desperate tonight, and they're also angry. They say that cops, the media, everybody seems to be focusing on the family's past instead of looking for an abductor.
Very unfair for you to ask me that. Do I look like I hurt my daughter? Do I look like I hurt my daughter? Do I look like I hurt my daughter? She's scared. She's scared. Please, I know she's scared.
That is the mother of the missing child, and tonight we're going to talk to the grandmother of the missing child, the mother of the adult woman you just heard crying there. And this is an exclusive interview with Shirley Johnson. Your granddaughter is missing. Our hearts go out to you, Shirley. We want to be of service to finding this child, this absolutely innocent child. And by the way, are we taking calls? Yes. We are taking calls. So if somebody has a thought about how we might be able to find this child, call us, because together maybe we can solve this case. Shirley Johnson, what's the latest? What have police told you about their investigation?
As you are, I am completely in the dark about what's going on, what clues they may have found. I didn't hear anything at all from the police department. I just know that the search for this baby was cut off after 2 days. The Amber Alert was taken down after 2 days. Media did not get her information out within over a week, when I was just outraged about the attention that this child was getting compared to other children. And I'm a very rational person, and I was seeing things that just was inappropriate. I saw police just sitting there. I never saw, not one day did I see them go behind the house, come around the house. I saw them go up to a door a couple of times, but that was after I cried outrage a week after.
What happened?
What happened?
What have you heard from your daughter? I understand that your daughter left, and she left Jhessye with 3 siblings, 7 to 13, and they go out. She goes out, takes a taxi somewhere. Where did she go when she took a taxi to do errands before she came back and found that her daughter was missing?
Well, her birthday was coming up, and then I was always sending money to taking care of the children. So I had sent money to the Western Union, and she said she was going to pick up that money from the Western Union. Now, I don't agree with her leaving those children.
The oldest child, what did the oldest child who remained in the home with Jhessye, what did she say? Because she's the key. What did she say?
She told me that She wasn't in the house, and she thinks Jhessye went out the front door.
Okay, so Jhessye went out the front door, and what happened to her? The mother says she comes home and finds the child missing, vanished, zero clues. We're just getting started. We're going to talk a little bit about the mother's past in a second. Hang in there. We're going to be right back.
Here's the four-person jury.
Get-togethers, Jhessye was not herself. I seen marks on Jhessye that led me to believe that she was being abused in Jhesse's home.
Where is little Jhessye? Well, a lot of people have focused on the missing child's mom because of her past. The mother served time in prison on charges of child abuse, and there were reports she repeatedly whipped her children with an extension cord. Paul Penzone, we certainly are not saying the mother is a suspect in the disappearance of her child. She certainly says she isn't. She is about to give birth at any moment to another child. What can she do? Can she take a polygraph even though she is pregnant? Is there any way she could do that just to eliminate herself?
Right, my understanding is I believe that she had the baby just either yesterday or today, but it would come down to the doctor's advice on that. If first of all, she was healthy enough, and secondly, if there were going to be any challenges from the polygrapher's perspective relative to being able to analyze and determine if her statements are something that you can read effectively through a polygraph. My biggest concern right now, though, is the disconnect. This really needs to be a collaboration with the family working with law enforcement. They cannot be on separate pages for the best interest of Jhessye.
Well, so Tom Ruskin, what needs to happen? You're a former New York City police detective. The family is upset, saying other cases have got more attention. What would you tell this family to do?
Well, I think her being on your show tonight is kudos to this show. More media interest may lead to a lead of someone making a telephone call to the police department or the show to give something up. What also happens here is the mother is someone of interest because of her background. Does that make her guilty? Absolutely, unequivocally not. But, you know, the police department has said they have several people of interest. So they are following up on leads, and the fact that they're not talking to the family may make me feel that the person may be close to the family that they may have some interest in.
Yeah, now Shirley Johnson, we just heard that the mother of the missing child, I've heard reports that she's in labor, about to give birth. I've just heard a report here live that she did give birth. What do you know?
Well, the baby had to be born since I've been doing these interviews today. I know that one thing I know is in that area, we have 544 registered sex offenders right there in that immediate area. We have a police department that is inapt in handling a case like this because they're not even certified in child abduction team response. The lapse in the time, yes, look at Jhessye, look at the mom. I'm not saying don't look there, but don't lose sight of other tips that may be going on. Investigate this as if you're investigating baby Lisa. Go out and look at the cameras that's in the area has not been done. The local Walgreens, the car dealership, all of those places have not all those things have not taken place. I have found out so many things that this department and the state of Arizona have not been certified in. So I think the FBI should have stepped in and assisted this department in this investigation. Keep looking.
Well,
no
Shirley,
one
we
is
hope by
beyond
having this
suspect.
child's face out there that someone will come forward. We're going to stop.